So a little quiz here. We have Denzel Washington, Rami Malek, and Jared Leto. Which one is the serial killer on Film Threat Reviews? I'm Alan Ning, I'm a Zorana Kit, and today we review The Little Things, which is coming out on HBO Max. It's the story of two cops who track down a serial killer. I mean, seriously, that's the synopsis that's written in IMDb. Directed by John Lee Hancock, stars Denzel Washington, Rami Malek, and Jared Leto. Yeah, this is a thriller. And going into it, I got vibes of Seven from it. What did you think of The Little Things?
It's funny because it does have that 90s thriller thing to it, you know, like those movies like Seven, like maybe Zodiac, or like, I don't know, was it Along Came a Spider, or one of the, you know, it does have that 90s cop thriller vibe, which, by the way, I loved. I don't know if it's just because I'm missing movie theaters and I haven't been in one in a year, but the whole time I was watching this, I did get that memory of being in a movie theater and watching movies like this and just being totally riveted in the mystery, and just, you know, that's what you go to the movies for, like that great thriller ride. Yeah,
you know, I don't think I felt this good about a thriller since maybe LA Confidential. You know, that's the feeling I got, and saying that, it's a completely different kind of movie from
no resemblance at all. Although both set in LA, although very completely different time period.
Yeah. One thing. Okay, so we're gonna if we talk plot, we're gonna talk all the way up to a twist that occurs.
Okay.
So for me, the first half of the movie plays out like a fairly stereotypical thriller. Denzel Washington's a cop who was basically exiled to Bakersfield for a mistake he made in the LAPD. He comes back. He meets his replacement, so to speak, in Rami Malek, and you get the idea that because Rami Malek is his replacement, but he seems to be following the same mistakes that that Denzel Washington's character made long ago, and so that's fairly typical. That's fairly predictable. And then they're doing this investigation of a serial killer murder. He goes to an appliance shop, and there's guys working in the back, and there's Jared Leto. And immediately in your mind, you're thinking, well, there it is. That's the killer, because it's Jared Leto in a back shop. And
long hair and a total loner, and totally like, might as well have serial killer written on his forehead.
Yeah, I think he's a serial killer. The Denzel and Rami Malek's characters think he's a serial killer, and it becomes this cat and mouse chase. And then in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, I've seen this before. And then Rami Malek's character does something really stupid, and it's like, why would a LAPD detective do this most stupid thing? And it pulled me right out of the movie until the twist occurred, and then it was like, oh my gosh, this is a great movie.
The film also just has amazing actors in it. All three are Oscar winners: Denzel, Jared, and Rami Malek. All of them are superb in this. And it's just this trifecta of fantastic actors doing really good work, looking like they're enjoying themselves and having fun together. They clearly all have chemistry. It must have been a fun shoot, despite the gruesome subject matter. But they elevate the material, I think. I think it could have been a weaker film, or a less interesting film if the acting wasn't so top notch. So the cast does make the movie.
Yeah, I think if it weren't for those actors, I think I might have given up on the film in that first half. Because the only thing really going for it at this point was good storytelling skills from a filmmaking standpoint and these great performances. But it's going down this track that feels, you know, I've been here before. And when that twist occurs, you realize this movie is not what you think it is. And it totally blew my mind, not only where it went, but also how it ended, which we cannot talk about.
Yeah, no, we
but
can't.
The ending, I mean, the ending is so eerie, and you know, I still think about it. And on top of that, you know, we're in the Critics' Choice Association. They sent us a package that just reinforced how creepy and eerie that ending is.
Yes, yes, exactly. John Lee Hancock. He directed He wrote and directed The Blind Side.
Yeah.
Also directed Saving Mr. Banks. And I feel like this
is not that movie. This is neither of those movies.
It's not. But I really do like what he tried to do here. I think he managed to do it successfully. And this film is an absolute like thrilling ride, and is what going to the movie theaters is exactly for, you know? Yeah.
And it rises above the genre too, in the, especially in the second half of the movie. You know, it's like I want fans of thrillers and crime thrillers to watch this, and because I just want to, this is one of those where I just want to talk to someone about the ending and the or that second half.
Me too. I have so much that, and watching it alone was like terrible because afterwards I was like, I have no one to discuss all my thoughts and feelings and theories and stuff like that. But you know, the really interesting thing, or the thing I appreciated so much in this movie, is that there are these little things, no pun intended, these little nuggets that a character might make reference to or glance at or pick up. Like a friend of his had a keychain with something on it that, you know, does not really impact us in any capacity. But by the end of the movie, there's more discoveries and revelations, and we learn exactly what that keychain was, and how it ties into everything. So it's the little things here in although the title refers to, it's the little things that like you do that will make you get caught, right? Isn't that
right? You know, it's a title that means a lot of things, and it's all right. I mean, it's correct. You know, it's the little things in this murder investigation. It's the little things in their personal lives. It's the little things in the choices they make that leads them, you know, to the ultimate path. You know, the one funny thing that happened while I was watching is because, you know, at some point we meet Rami Malek's family, his wife and daughter, and at that point I'm like, well, when are we going to find her head in a box?
Yeah, I know. I thought that too.
You know, because it really, that first half really calls back all these creepy crime thrillers that you watched in the past. Yeah. And then absolutely subverts it in that second half.
Agreed.
Yeah, clearly you love this movie. You know, I'm always worried about, or I'm not worried. I've always wondered, you know, are you seeing this movie the same way I am? I think you did. Yeah. It's so different. So I'm gonna guess you probably gave it like an 8.5, maybe even a 9.
I gave it a 9. Yes, because once I started watching, I didn't want to stop. You know, bathroom breaks, no thanks. Grabbing something to drink, nope, don't want to leave. Even though I can pause it and go ahead and get it. Don't want to leave. Just want to see how this whole thing unfolds.
Yeah, I felt like I didn't want to stop where it ended.
Yeah, well, yes, I wanted to know more. Like I wanted them to continue. Yeah. So I think, as you said, we loved it just the same. So I think you gave it a 9 as well.
I did give it a 9. Yeah, I'm so happy this movie exists.
Yes, I feel the same. It's so entertaining. Go see it and enjoy yourself. Make popcorn. Like really have a real movie night, because this movie deserves that type of excitement surrounding it.
And it's been a while since I've been able to say you're not going to see this coming. You're not going to see it coming. And so definitely goes. I hope I haven't raised your expectations too high. Hopefully you're not looking. That's what ruined Usual Suspects for me. Someone told me there's a surprise ending, and I figured it out. And and so in this case, I don't think you'll figure it out. But you know, just have fun and go in it. Think about Seven. Think about LA Confidential. Think about
all the little things you can notice in this movie.
All right. So with that, be sure to like, subscribe, comment. The Little Things is coming on HBO Max. We want to know what you thought. And with that, let's get out of here.